is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is 4:27 here on our Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with a rescue that lasted 10.5 hours yesterday. This all unfolding in BARGERSVILLE after authorities were called out around noon yesterday for a man trapped inside a well. This well collapsed while he and his son were working in it, and it took crews that 10.5 hours in order to recover his body.
Yeah, a really devastating situation down there, and you can see they used excavators working on the trench in this home. So we'll be learning a little bit more about what happened here as that investigation continues, but this is something they started working on around lunch hour, and they finally recovered that body late last night.
We are going to continue to work on what exactly happened because many people have questions.
Yeah.
Many people also have questions about what can be done to make a stretch of I-65 safer after a weekend crash resulted in 3 people dead and a dozen others injured.
Yeah, this happened up in the Whitestown area, and a lot of people we've been talking to have said that this is a dangerous exit and traffic gets backed up in this area. So we're talking to local leaders in Boone County. We're also talking to NDOT to see if something's going to be done here, what can be done, as drivers are complaining about that area and the backups that it causes. So we're going to be breaking down that story as a follow-up to that devastating crash that happened over the weekend. We're also talking to people who knew the victims in that crash, so we'll have more on that I-65 issue coming up here on Good Morning Indiana. But right now we do want to take a turn to our forecast, bring in Alyssa Donovan to talk about what we can expect out there today. I noticed a little bit chillier this morning.
Yeah, so chilly to start today. As we head through our afternoon, we are going to see some sunshine. So we're starting a little cloudy this morning, but that sun will peek through eventually. Temperatures climbing just a little bit above average. We'll be into the mid-40s, and those winds will be a bit breezy out of the west. We're going to see those gusts close to 25 miles per hour. Those temperatures will be above average. As we head through tomorrow, it's going to be a bit chillier, and then we are going to see a lot of rain in the forecast as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'll be talking about that because we do have the potential of some flooding coming our way. We have several inches of rainfall expected from that system.
All right, keeping a close eye on that. Thank you, Alyssa. And finally, we are hearing from the Fraternal Order of Police. They say crime is not slowing down in Indianapolis. Now, despite us seeing lower numbers of homicides in 2019, they say jail beds is also a major issue.
Yeah, we're going to be breaking down the issues here, what they're hoping maybe the legislature could do in the 2020 session, and how this could help curb crime here in the city of Indianapolis. We'll have that plus more news, weather, and traffic coming up right here in Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:30, a man is dead after a well collapse in Johnson County. What officials are saying about the recovery effort.
And we're learning more about the 3 victims killed after a semi-truck slams into 8 vehicles on I-65. How friends and co-workers are remembering those lost.
Plus, changes in the upcoming governor's race, why Indiana Senator Eddie Melton says he is dropping out. 4:30 here on your Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. We have Alyssa Donovan with us here this morning to break down our Tuesday forecast. What can we expect out there as we're heading out the door this Tuesday?
So you mentioned it's a chilly start today. Temperatures similar to what we saw yesterday in the upper 20s and low 30s. As we head through the day, we are going to see some sunshine, but we're not starting with that sunshine. So we're starting with cooler conditions and cloudy skies. It's 30 degrees right now in Indianapolis. Temperatures in Greencastle and Crawfordsville in the 20s. Lafayette, 25 degrees. So a few cool spots on the map this morning. We do have those cloudy skies right now. We had that disturbance that moved through just to the south of us yesterday. We didn't see any precipitation from that. That all stayed to the south, but it did just bring us some cloudy skies. As we head through the day today, a lot of that cloud coverage is going to clear out. We have high pressure building in. That's going to clear our skies and also clear our skies overnight, which means tomorrow we're going to be a little bit cooler as that high pressure takes control. So just be aware, today it's going to be cool, but not as cool as what we're going to see by tomorrow morning. Temperatures starting in the upper 20s and low 30s this morning. We'll start with some cloudy skies, and then we'll see some more sunshine this afternoon. Breezy conditions with those winds out of the west, gusts close to 25 miles per hour.
Thank you, Alyssa. Here is a live look right now at traffic for your Tuesday morning commute. We're looking over on the east side, I-465 in Washington Street. In that area, you can see traffic is pretty quiet, traveling up to speed both northbound and southbound. So let's take a trip across town. Look on the west side, I-465 near I-74 Crawfordsville Road. You can see same story there. Everything is traveling up to speed. We will keep a close eye on your roads, though, and let you know if there are any crashes or delays. We are following breaking news. This just into our newsroom this morning out of Puerto Rico. Within the last 30 minutes, we've learned that a 6.5 magnitude earthquake has rocked the territory. The quake was centered on the south side of that island. We're still working to learn if the earthquake caused any damage. This morning's earthquake comes just one day after a 5.8 quake hit Puerto Rico's southern region.
Back here at home with new information overnight after a well collapse in Johnson County killed one man. Emergency crews responded to a home on County Road 225 North in BARGERSVILLE on reports of a man trapped inside of a well. First responders could not see him and say it was too dangerous to go into the trench. After 10 hours, they recovered the body of 56-year-old Douglas Abney. Officials say County Road 225 North has since reopened.
At 4:33, officials are still investigating this 9-vehicle crash on I-65 that took the lives of 2 adults and an infant on Sunday. Friends and family are remembering 21-year-old Mariah Tomey, 1-year-old Hadley Tomey, and 19-year-old Kaylee Kirk. Jacob Bird worked with Mariah Tomey. He says he's still in shock over the deaths.
She was just so nice to everybody. Like, she stood up for me at work, and you know, she didn't tolerate people being rude to each other, and she was always smiling and joking, and yeah, it seems surreal.
Both Kirk and Tomey graduated from Lebanon High School. According to the school, both students were very involved there. Because of that, counselors are available to help anyone grieving those losses. The semi-driver charged in that crash, Matthew Small, asked the Boone County Sheriff's Department to release this note. It reads, quote, "My heart and prayers are with the families. I am in agony over this whole ordeal," end quote. He's being charged with 3 counts of reckless homicide.
A suspect in a homicide case on the west side of Indianapolis is in custody this morning. Police arrested Lyman Spurlock in connection to a deadly shooting in a neighborhood near 10th and Raceway Road. Investigators found LeSean Parker shot to death around 9:45 Sunday night. Prosecutor's office will review the case and make a charging decision.
A trial continues this morning for the man charged in the 2018 murder of an Indianapolis woman. 37-year-old John Woodcock is facing murder and battery charges in the death of Heather Mandugiano. Testimony in that trial began on Monday. According to court documents, Mandugiano was shot in the head inside of a home on Indy's southeast side. She was allegedly trying to stop an argument between Woodcock and another man, Adam Walls, when she was shot. Walls was also allegedly struck by Woodcock with the same gun used in the murder.
Indiana Senator Eddie Melton is now out of the race for governor. The Democrat from Gary announced he is dropping out to devote his time to his work as a state senator instead of campaigning. Melton began his campaign back in October and was the 3rd candidate to join. The 2 other Democratic candidates, former State Health Commissioner Dr. Woody Myers and tech executive Josh Owens, are still in the race. Governor Eric Holcomb is seeking re-election.
It is back to business at the Indiana Statehouse, and lawmakers were working on new legislation over the next 10 weeks, and the Republicans have announced their priorities for the year. They include making sure that schools and teachers are not penalized for last year's low iLearn test scores. House Speaker Brian Bosma says he believes standardized testing is important, but it's important to get it right.
It has to be prompt. Results have to be reported promptly to teachers and parents and administrators. It has to be fiscally responsible, and it has to be effective. We all acknowledged, everyone acknowledged, that when a new set of standards and testing is put into place, there's going to be a drop in scores.
The state switched to the iLearn test from the iStep last year. The top Democratic representative is criticizing the proposal. Representative Phil Giaquinta says that quote, "This is a short-term fix to a long-term problem in our state. We've spent $133 million on standardized testing in the past 2 years, and we do not have much to show for it," end quote.
We're learning more details on the closing of an anchor store at Washington Square Mall. Burlington says it will end operations on January 24th and that all employees have been made aware of the situation. The store began its closing sale this past Friday. Burlington's departure will come after the closing of Dick's Sporting Goods store just on Monday. Target is the only remaining anchor store at the Eastside Shopping Center. In August, the mall came under new management, which says it is still committed to the facility.
Governor Eric Holcomb is honoring late Holocaust survivor Eva Kor with a day to teach more people about her story. He signed a proclamation on Monday announcing January 27th, 2020 to be Eva Education Day in Indiana. That's also the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. Kor dedicated most of her life to educating people about the Holocaust after she survived medical experiments in Nazi concentration camps. She created a museum in Terre Haute and led multiple tours of the camps in Europe. Kor passed away this past July.
U.S. troops continue to deploy to the Middle East after the death of a top Iranian commander. Coming up, the letter accidentally released about the Pentagon's intentions to stay in Iraq.
And popular furniture store IKEA is paying millions after a toddler was killed by a dresser. Still ahead, the historic outcome of the family's lawsuit. Alyssa.
And today's going to be another dry and mild day, but there is plenty of rain as we end the week. All of those details coming up next.
Storm Team 6 working for you.
Welcome back. It is 4:40, and here is a live look right now at the North Split, I-65 and I-70. You can see traffic here is pretty quiet this morning. No major issues to report around the metro area, but of course we'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
Thousands of U.S. troops are on the move, being deployed into the Middle East following the killing of Iran's top military commander. The Pentagon was forced to confirm that, contrary to a letter sent to the Iraqi government, there are no plans to withdraw American troops from Iraq. ABC's Serena Marshall leads us off with the latest.
American soldiers leaving home, landing in the Middle East. 3,500 troops from the 82nd Airborne, 6 B-52 bombers deployed to the region, bracing for retaliation after the U.S. drone strike that killed Iran's top military commander, General Qasem Soleimani. Millions of mourners turning out for his funeral. ABC's Martha Raddatz in Tehran.
There was weeping on the street, but that was mixed with anger and a real call for revenge.
President Trump continues to defend the killing of Soleimani, telling Rush Limbaugh.
And we had a shot at it, and we took him out. And we're a lot safer now because of it. Now, we'll see what happens.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff also defending the decision to kill the Iranian general, calling the evidence compelling.
Did it exactly say who, what, when, where? No. But he was planning, coordinating, and synchronizing significant combat operations against U.S. military forces in the region, and it was imminent.
General Mark Milley also saying there are no plans to withdraw American troops from Iraq after a draft letter was accidentally circulated that indicated troops were moving out. Milley saying it was never meant to be made public, adding nobody's leaving. But comes as Iraq's parliament took a non-binding vote to kick U.S. troops out of the country, angry the killing of Soleimani occurred on their soil.
The U.S. government and NATO have also now announced a pause to fighting ISIS, so American troops can protect their own at U.S. military bases in Iraq. But that means only the Iraqi army is there to fight ISIS if the caliphate chooses to go on the offensive. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
It is 4:43. A Chinese national is in custody after allegedly trespassing at a Florida air base and taking pictures. Newly obtained police body camera video shows Liao Yuyu being booked into jail. He reportedly entered Naval Air Station Key West and took pictures of the installation despite being told not to. His lawyer says he did not intend to trespass and was taking pictures of the sunrise. Washington University in St. Louis says that the man is visiting as a scholar there. Liu Yu is being charged with entering claiming a military property for the, quote, purpose of photographing defense installations.
New details are emerging in the stabbing death of Barnard College freshman Tessa Majors in New York City. She was attacked in December while walking in Manhattan's Morningside Park. Law enforcement says one of the two 14-year-old suspects has a healed bite mark on his finger. Officials believe it could be evidence of his involvement in the attack. Neither suspect is in custody at this time. A 13-year-old suspect is behind bars and is facing murder charges.
IKEA will now pay $46 million to the family of a toddler killed by a dresser. The 2-year-old died in 2017 after an IKEA dresser fell on him. His parents argued in court that the furniture store should have done more to inform them about a recall on the dresser. The settlement is believed to be the largest for the wrongful death of a child in the U.S. history.
Pier 1 Imports is the next retail chain in line to shut several of its doors. The home decor company announcing yesterday that up to 450 stores will soon close. That's nearly half of the company's stores as the chain loses business to online shopping. Pier 1 says it will also shut down distribution centers and lay off several people at its corporate office in Texas. It's unclear right now how many workers will be out of a job.
At 4:45, flames could be seen coming from an iconic theater in London overnight. Social media video here shows the large flames at the top of the music venue Coco, previously known as Camden Place. The theater is famous for hosting big names like Madonna, Prince, and Kanye West. It was closed and under reconstruction when this fire started. Fire officials are still investigating the cause. Back here at home at 4:45, want to check in with Alyssa Donovan in our Tuesday forecast.
And we are starting mild today. We are starting a little chilly today, I should say, with mild conditions by the afternoon, breezy conditions as well. As we head through the week, we are going to see dry conditions through Wednesday, and then we do have some rain coming in Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. We do have the potential for some flooding with that rainfall. Today, starting in the 30s this morning, 20s around Kokomo, 27 degrees right now. Bloomington at 29 and Indianapolis at 30 degrees. You can see those winds are out of the northwest, very light right now. We're going to see those shift today, but we're also going to see them pick up. As we head through the day, we have the potential for those wind gusts close to about 25 miles per hour. The reason it's starting so chilly this morning, though, is because of those winds out of the northwest. As they shift out of the west, it won't feel as cold by the afternoon. And what's going on right now is we have cloudy skies to start the day. That's all from a disturbance that's just off to our south right now. That moved through yesterday, just bringing us that cloud coverage. As we head through the day, we're going to see that clear out quickly. So we'll see sunny skies by the noon hour, temperatures climbing close to 40 degrees by noon, and then we'll continue that climb with sunny skies as we head into the afternoon. Clear skies for most of our day. Those clear skies will translate overnight, which will cause us to cool down even more by Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be our coldest day in the forecast, with temperatures climbing only into the mid-30s. Thursday, that's when we have this low pressure system coming in. That's going to bring us the potential of showers Thursday afternoon and evening, and also some breezy, gusty conditions. As we head into Friday, we're going to see the next round of showers come through. So we have two low pressure systems that are going to impact us over the next few days here. This one will come in late Friday and into Saturday. That second one is expected to bring us the heavier rainfall. By the time these systems have moved through, we're expecting anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. Now, this model is showing some of the higher end totals, but that's just one model. Some of the models are showing some more like 2-inch totals as that system moves through. But here's the high end of what we could receive with that system, which is why we are very aware of the flood potential as this system moves through. And of course, we'll give you updates on that as this system moves closer to us. Today, starting with those temperatures in the 20s, we'll see those skies clear throughout the day. 45 degrees for our high with mostly sunny skies. Looking ahead to the 7-day forecast, tomorrow, 36 for our high with mostly sunny skies. Then we do have that rain moving in late on Thursday into Friday and Saturday.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Here is a live look right now at traffic on the northwest side, I-65, a view a little south of 38th Street. Traffic here is pretty quiet this morning. We'll continue to keep a close eye on things. Right now, we want to give you a look at our Traffic Now map where we're planning out your drive heading in from the east side. As you're taking I-70 westbound, it's a quick 10-minute drive from Post Road to I-65 at the north split, so no problems there. Taking a look down to the southeast, I-465, a view near Arlington Avenue. You can see traffic there is moving along just fine eastbound and westbound. No crashes to report around the metro area.
A couple from The Bachelor is under investigation for allegedly cheating to win $1 million in a fantasy sports contest. Jade Roper-Tolbert and Tanner Tolbert met and tied the knot on the show in 2016. The pair took part in a DraftKings NFL playoff contest this past weekend, and Jade won. Other players have since objected. DraftKings rules prohibit, quote, colluding with any other individuals or engaging in any type of syndicate play. The Tolberts noted that they submitted 150 picks each with no overlap in the lineups, which doubled their chances of winning as a couple. The Tolberts have not commented on the investigation.
At 4:49, Samsung is putting a new spin on a traditional TV with a vertical version. It's called the Sero TV, and it was debuted at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. The 43-inch screen can rotate between both horizontal and vertical display with the touch of a button. Samsung hopes it will appeal to millennials who watch or shoot vertical videos on their phones and want to view them on a bigger screen. Samsung Galaxy users can also sync the TV to automatically rotate with the smartphone.
And get ready for the biggest battle in game show history. Tonight, Jeopardy's top 3 winners of all time will face off for the title of the greatest of all time. Alums Ken Jennings, Brad Rutter, and James Holzhauer will compete in a series of matches with host Alex Trebek. The winner will get a $1 million prize. The other 2 contestants will walk away with $250,000. You can watch the competition right here on RTV6 starting at 8 tonight and every weekday night through the 16th.
Purchasing a VHS player from Goodwill led to an adventure for one Texas man. After the break, his mission to find the owners of a 25-year-old family video.
Weapons seized are tested in this tank of water. How the results benefit public safety. That story at 6 a.m. when I join Lauren and Meredith for Good Morning Indiana.
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, we have our teams in 2 different cities, 2 major trials. First, in New York City, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein on trial, accused of sexual assault. Jury selection begins today in New York. Live reports all day long on Court TV. Also, another case, this one in Ohio, a mother and father accused in the death of their infant baby. His name was Dylan. Mom and dad both charged with murder. Opening statements today in Portsmouth, Ohio. That's today on Court TV.
And don't forget, you can watch the all-new Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. We'll be right back.
This is working for you.
Welcome back. It is 4:55. No crashes to report around the metro area, and your interstates are traveling up to speed. Here's a live look on the west side, I-465 at Sam Jones Expressway.
A Texas filmmaker bought a VCR at an Austin Goodwill more than a year ago and found something special inside. It was a VHS from more than 25 years ago titled Tyree Learns to Walk. How cute is this? Jim McKay only recently watched what was on the tape and saw it showed this baby's first steps. McKay said when he saw it, he knew he had to try to find the family.
It was magical. It tore me up. I'm a dad too, and I get it. I saw that smile on Dad's face, and his reaction was very real.
McKay took to social media over the weekend, and his post was shared thousands of times. By Sunday night, he says he found Tyree, now 25 years old. McKay says he will send them the video very soon.
Gotta love the VHS
that is
family
great.
videos.
Yeah.
Too funny. Well, Oreo is celebrating a new year with the release of some new flavors. The new 2020 flavors are caramel coconut and chocolate marshmallow. Chocolate marshmallow Oreos have marshmallow pieces in the cookie and then chocolate marshmallow cream filling. Caramel coconut Oreos feature coconut flavor cream, artificially flavored with coconut pieces. The flavors are already in grocery stores nationwide. We'll have to try them out here on Good Morning Indiana.
Todd's a big Oreo guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
All right, well, Todd's not here, but Alyssa is here right now to talk about our forecast today. What's it like out there?
So we said chilly to start today, but we're actually going to see a similar day to what we saw yesterday, where it's kind of nice by the afternoon. Those temperatures will be into the mid-40s. We'll see sunshine today, but we're going to start cloudy. That sun will clear out by this afternoon. Tomorrow, sunny skies for your Wednesday, but it's going to be cooler. We have high pressure taking control control overnight. That's going to clear us out, giving us a cold Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, that's when we have plenty of rain coming our way with the potential of some flooding.